Hello YouTube. It is June, mid-June, and just doing a little bit of an update here. I haven't put a video on in a few weeks, so kind of been dodging raindrops this spring. And I got a few things we've been working on. But yesterday we finally got 14 acres of corn in. And last weekend we did a couple acres of hay. We were out. But we haven't been able to do much more than that due to the weather. It's been kind of a wet spring here in the Northeast. But I'll show you one of the projects we've been working on. We haven't had this thing going in a few years, maybe 2 or 3 years, but it's our 4230. We had to do a complete engine overhaul on it. We haven't got it running yet. There's a fuel delivery issue we're trying to figure out. So we're just kind of waiting for another rainy day when we ain't got much going on to get it done. I'll try to get a video of that starting if I'm around. I don't know if they'll get it going when I'm at work or not. I haven't been able to do anything on the Farmall M. I've had a few projects of my own I've been working on also. So that's kind of been put on the back burner for right now, but I'm hoping here within the month we'll get back on that. I'd like to get it going by summer, mid-summer. We'll see. Now the 3010, we haven't been able to do much about that because we got to pull the injector pump apart on that, and we want to get it put inside first, but we got to get the 4230 done before we can put that inside. On a good note, though, I did get my other tractor going, the Minneapolis Moline U, and that unfortunately sat outside all winter because we didn't have any room to put it inside. And I went to start it a couple weeks ago when we started doing field work, and it wouldn't start. It wouldn't even really fire. So we figured it's probably a gas issue. So yesterday I had a carb kit I forgot I had, and I found it, and I had a carburetor off the parts tractor that the throttle shaft was tighter in. So I took that carburetor, we rebuilt it, and put it on yesterday. Got it running. It runs really good. It idles better than it used to. I still got to fine tune the carburetor a little bit, but I'm waiting until I can hook it on my 3-bottom plow and work it a little bit so I can get the high jet metered in right. Actually, we'll start it up for you that we can hear what it sounds like. Yesterday it started really good. I haven't run it since then, so we'll see how it does. Runs pretty good. Yep, I've had this tractor for, God, I'm thinking 8-10 years now. I bought it and it didn't run. I bought it, but supposedly the engine had been rebuilt in it. And I got it home, and like I said, it didn't run. So I messed with it for a little while, and I determined that the exhaust manifold was bad. It had a hole right in the back side of it. Kind of like right up back in here. And put a new manifold on it, put a new ignition in it. And it runs pretty good after that. And I have had a few issues with it every now and then. It's had a few issues. I mean, we had a rust in the gas tank problem for quite a while. And what we ended up doing is we finally cut a hole in the corner of the gas tank and cleaned it out that way. Then we welded a patch back in, and I got like a gas-proof epoxy. Put that on the gas tank and painted over, and it's held up ever since. We haven't had any leaks from it. Yeah, it's been a pretty good tractor. It definitely drinks more gas than the Farmall M does. But my brother and father, the only complaint they have about it is you sit down in it, sit down in between the fenders and kind of under the hood a little bit. But I like it. It's a strong tractor. We actually had to rebuild the starter for it too. That went bad last fall, and that's actually why it was parked. But being this Farmall M project I'm working on, I did a little looking around, and if I get this 400 rear end, I have to get a different starter for it because they have a 3-bolt starter instead of a 2-bolt, like that. So we did a little looking up at the part numbers. They're both Delco starters, and it was the same part number for the armature. So we got a new armature for it, or took the armature out of that starter, put it in the Moline starter, and we took the end cap out too, because actually we built that Farmall M starter quite a few years ago, and everything was still good in it. So we just swapped some of the parts over, and it worked. So, but hopefully, I'm gonna switch it over to a spin-on oil filter instead of a canister style, because I don't really like the style of filter that they changed to. They used to be a metal canister with a filter inside them, but now they've gone to a sock type filter, and I guess they don't filter out as good. So next thing about doing that conversion on this M2, do it to a spin-on, just be a little bit easier to change the oil. But yeah, that's about what's been going on. I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head. Hopefully, maybe here in a week or two, if the weather holds out, I can get some videos of some field work. I was going to try taking one there last week when I was tedding hay, but didn't get to it. So, one more thing I'm going to show you that I've been up to. Got a different type of livestock on the farm here. Trying something a little bit different, me and my wife. So, we'll get to that in a second. Well, here we are. We got some Cornish Cross broilers. There's 15 of them in there. And got this chicken tractor design from John Siskovich. He's got a lot of videos here on YouTube. I kind of made this one myself just off of images I found of his. It works pretty good so far. I've actually had no predator problems. And you got a feed dish that hangs in the middle so it moves with the tractor, because I move this daily. Put the wheels up on it, pull it forward one length, and then put it back down. And right now we just have them in the yard, but I have a pasture I eventually want to move them into. These guys are probably 6 weeks old, I believe. I'd have to look up when we got them. But I've actually got a bucket here that I put water in. It's got a nipple on the bottom of it. It runs down into these poultry nipples that they drink from. There's 5 of them in there. And that's on all that adjust up and down for the height of the birds. Actually, I'm going to go in there and adjust them here in a little bit. And I got to raise the feeder up a little bit. So this is big enough to hold 27 birds. I'm going to run a batch of 25 next and see how that goes also. But figured to try something new, and if it works out, maybe next year I'll build 1 or 2 more of these and see what we can do. So yeah, and that's another project we have going on the farm. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.